Greetings and salutations, Northeast Regional Rattlers. This is the Sebastian Alexander, Vice Presidential Hopeful for the Northeast Region 21-24 term. I'm coming by as my campaign states to serve in love, lead in love, operate and serve in transparency. And I believe in that, and I'm coming with some transparency today that you may or may not be aware of. So I am on our national website, as you can see here, for the Alumni Association. When you click on bylaws, so the 2021 bylaws, and go to section 3.3, which is page number 4, it states, all elected and appointed officers must meet the qualifications for the office at the same time of nomination. The elected and appointed officers shall perform the specific duties as outlined in the Constitution and bylaws, the association's adopted policies and procedures manual, and all other applicable duties as prescribed in the preliminary authority adopted by the association. Elected and appointed officers, as defined in sections 8.1 and 8.2, cannot hold more than one position during a term. Let's go down to page 17, right here, 8.1. The composition of the Executive Board. The Executive Board shall comprise of elected officers, appointed officers, ex officio members, and non-voting members as listed in the sections herein. The voting members of the Executive Board are the national and regional officers, elected officers, 5 national appointed officers, and ex officio members, as outlined herein. The non-voting members of the Executive Board are outlined below. 8.1.1 Elected officers. The national elected officers are the president, first vice president, second vice president, third vice president, recording secretary, corresponding secretary, treasurer, and financial secretary. The regional elected officers serving on the executive board are all regional vice presidents and members at large. 8.2, I'm not going to read that. You can read that at your leisure, but that goes into the executive board duties and powers. That's not pertaining to what we're talking about now. When we come over to, again, our national website, and we scroll down to positions, we see that our corresponding secretary is one person, and our Northeast Regional VP is the same person. Now, per our Constitution and bylaws, that cannot be in section 3.3, which is right here. Elected and appointed officers, as defined in 8.1 and 8.2, cannot hold more than one position, but we're seeing that here, right? So you may be saying, Sebastian, well, on the first page that you showed us, it says that this was posted on August 6, 2021. And the Northeast Region nominations came out on August 4th. So can't be held responsible because it was posted after. Okay, but as any constitution and bylaws, it is signed into date on a certain day. May 22nd, 2001. May 22nd, it was notarized and it was signed by President Clark. Now, to add insult to injury to that, if you go to the 2020 bylaws, in that same section, let's go to page 4, scroll down to 3.3. I'm not going to read the whole thing again. Elected and appointed officers as defined in 8.1 and 8.2 cannot hold more than one position during a term. This is the 2020, and it was signed into date on the 14th day of December 2020 and signed by President Clark. So my question is, I can understand that she be during this term in the same position, in these positions, because it was not in the Constitution and bylaws when this took place. Now that it is, how is it that this person is able to run for the same position and serve 2 positions when it clearly states that you cannot hold 2 elected positions during the same term? Now, I'm going to leave this for you to draw your own conclusions, but this is me operating in transparency. Some people may not read the national constitution and bylaws, but I do, and I did. So please draw your own conclusions and remember this when voting on August 14th, 2021 at our regional, Northeast Regional Virtual Conference. And I thank you.